So please come. Come with them. So we are doing the kakalika. This is only kakalika. Say I'm not very yes. Only you want to. Come again. The people at the back there. The people at the back there. Okay, those at the back. Those at the back. Come again. I said those at the back. Let me introduce you for next. I want those at the back. Come again. Oh, this is new work. Hey, I'm a DJ. Kakalika, Yako. Hey, Santa.
Showing up. I am amazed, seriously, because I wasn't expecting this at all. So before I continue, just give yourself a round of applause. When we started, I can remember as I was speaking, there was a couple of videos that were playing. This shows that we are growing. Because this particular event, when the registration was open, I was shocked. We were only expecting 350 people, honestly. 350 people, and the DMs, the emails, it was just mind blowing. I approved someone, then the next thing I receive is, can I come with a friend? Someone would go, please, I want to come, I really want to come. We're trying our best to make this event beautiful for all of you, but it looks like at a point, the kind of force coming on us, we couldn't handle it, because look at all of you. We are all here, and this is what makes this event beautiful. So another round of applause. Just to introduce myself, my name is Benjamin Tishmakmino. I am the community lead for Canva for Africa. So what I do is building the Canva communities in Africa. Because for the longest time, I feel like Africa wasn't included in the conversation. So I started last year. In June, that's when I started with my role as the community lead, and we've been trying to grow the community to ensure that every African has opportunity in the Benefit Canva office. So we have 3 major programs. The first, I'm looking at some people. If you don't raise your hand, I'll come to you. Good. The person I'm looking at has lifted his hand. Okay, so this event has been designed in such a way that we all can learn something. Is it Felix? Sorry, if I can't remember the name, but I was seeing all of you, and I was like, these people, can we really contain them? Okay, so all right. Now, what we are simply going to do is that we're going to be looking at the Canva tools. Okay, so how to use these tools. I know some of you know how to use them. Okay. Now, the first one is Magic Layers. Now, how does Magic Layer work? Okay, with Magic Layer, in fact, please can you all see? Nice. So for Magic Layer, what it does is it's one of the AI tools in Canva, and the way it works is so beautiful. Now, for Magic Layer, any photo or past design or fully made designs that have been created, you can bring them into Canva and break them down into layers, editable layers. So this means you can change the text. This is a design I did, I think last year about. So it's a fully made design. You can see, fully made. I can't really do anything. I can't do much about it. Now, the beauty of Magic Layers is that it makes you break everything out and edit. So you can add any. So if you have a laptop, you can demo as I go on and all that. So we have the photo here. All we need to do is to click on the photo, and at the top we see edit. Okay. Now when we come to edit, this is where we have most of the Canva magic tools. Okay. Canva likes to use the word magic a lot, so that's where you'd find it. Now you just have to click on Magic Layers, and you need to give Canva some time to analyze the image. Okay. Now the beauty of this is once it analyzes the image, you can now change the text. You can change the image if you want to. You can change colors, anything at all you want to change. you can change it on the design. Okay, so we'll just give Canva some few seconds. Alright. But how many of you have tried it before? So let me ask again, how many of you have tried it before? So if there's someone sitting on your table who just lifted a hand, you can ask questions. Oh, how does it work and all that? And good. So you can see it's been able to break everything down. Alright, so I can now double click and change. So come to show layers. Alright, so you can see we have everything in here. So you can choose anything on the design and change the color if you want to. If you want to change the text, you can also do that. So, for example, we have some shapes over here. I can just click, come to color, and change this to red. And this one is okay. Change it to red. Okay. We can come here and select this one as well. Change it to any color at all we want. So you can see this makes it easy. So if you have a design you've done in the past, you can't find the original design in Canva, just re-upload the design, use the magic layers to break the design into layers. Then you can just do the edits you need. Alright. Do you like it? Yes. Okay. This is another example. Okay, so to do it, maybe I want to change the appreciation message. I want something else, but I'm unable to find the actual design. I can bring it here, come to magic layers. Alright, and Canva will analyze the entire image of the design. So this can be a photo if you want. It can be a photo, a design, anything. Bring it into Canva. It will just break everything into layers so you can edit everything you want. Alright. So just give it a few extra seconds to see what happens. Now just also to say that the Canva AI is gradually improving. Not even to say gradually, it's always improving. Alright. So there are times where you might try one of the features, it may not work at that moment, but keep trying. Okay, because we keep monitoring to ensure that the features are working 100%. So there can be times when you try it and it may not work. Just try it. Okay. Alright, so you can see we have everything broken down into layers. So I can move this, I can move this, I can change this to anything I want to change. Alright. Now if I want to change this quickly, I can use the magic right. You see this pencil over here? It's called the magic right. Alright. All we need to do is to click on it and I can say maybe rewrite it. And it will just rewrite it and I can replace it. Very easy and very simple. Okay. So this is magic layers. Everyone say magic layers. Magic layers. Lovely. I like the energy. It's not coming. It's not coming. The second one is magic edit, which we looked at. So you can have. What we also looked at was the magic right. The next one is magic edit. Okay. So magic edit. I have this photo from the previous community labs. Now I feel my hairstyle is boring. I want to add some color, just to see how I would look. Maybe I want to dye my hair to see how I would look, but I wouldn't want to go to the salon or wherever I need to go first. Let me try it on Canva first. Okay. So I have my image here. I can just come to edit and okay. So select your image, come to edit, and we should see magic edit. Okay. So with magic edit, there are 3 options before you start. There is the all, which means that you want to change something on the entire image. The second one is you can brush certain aspects of your image. Okay, you can brush. And the third option is to click. So you can click certain areas you want to change and you do that. Okay, so I'll use the brush. And I'll just brush my hair. Okay? And I'll just say, I know you're all curious. See how you're all looking at this screen. I'll just say, make my hair. Nah, Sakura, I don't want to try that now. Now say make my hair blonde. I want to see what Canva can do. Okay, and this is just to let you know you can do these things in Canva. Because I think it's not a bad idea, right? Since my hair is blonde, I want to add some wings behind. It's just an idea. Let's see if Canva can add some wings. Because I feel like flying, I believe I can fly. So let's so I'll just brush here and I'll brush this aspect. Okay. So wherever you want the edit to happen, you brush that area. Alright. So now I just come and see add some wings to my back. To my back. I don't know which one to my back. That's my back. That's my back. then generate. Okay, so that's how Magic Edit works. Now you can brush anything, you can add new items or new elements or remove any element. Okay, so if you want to have a copy, you can just say Magic Edit. Where is it? Yeah, Magic Edit, and I'll just brush this area as well because I want a copy to be here. Okay, so add copy and generate. So that's the beauty of Canva, alright? With all these tools, they are there for you to try it. So if you haven't tried it, then you are late. You need to try them out. Okay, alright. I think this looks interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think it is done a good job. Or yeah, because looking at the hair looks as if that's my natural hair. The wings, okay, right, and the copy. So that's how to use Magic Edit, right? Now the next one is Magic Eraser. Okay. Now with Magic Eraser, what it allows you to do is to remove. There are photo bombers sometimes. They are taking a nice picture and there's someone who just spoils the photo. So I will still accept the photo, but just know that I come to Canva and I remove it out of it because you can't just spoil my photo just like that. So there's a tool called Magic Eraser to remove photo bombers or anything in your image that doesn't have to be there. So maybe there's something confidential, there's something that doesn't have to go out, and you've taken the photo, you can come into Canva and remove that. Okay, so to do that, we can just click, come to edit as well, and we have the Magic Eraser. Okay, so maybe I want to clear the British Council, so I'll just do this and click on erase. I'm looking for a photo bomber in. Okay. I can't do that inside. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we have another example over here. Alright, so we can see there's vegetables be on it. Maybe some of you don't like vegetables, so you want to show people that we are taking a photo with vegetables, but you just don't want to show that you like vegetables. So you can just come here, just click, come to edit, and we use Magic Eraser. Okay, so you just brush the area where you want, and just click on erase. So it will analyze the image to understand what the image is about and remove what you don't want. Okay, now we have it close to perfect. Alright, so that's how Magic Eraser works. Okay. Are you enjoying it so far? Or are you learning something so far? Nice. Okay. Now we have image to video. So with this tool, take any static image, it converts it to a 5-second video, I believe so. It converts it to a video. So you can take any image. Yesterday I was just scrolling on the website, Oraimo's website, and I took the screenshots. I was like, let's see if it will work. I don't know if this is going to work or not. If it flops, I'll take the L. But if this works, what will you do? Okay, you clap. Okay. Please, will you clap? Yeah. Alright. So let's try this. Come to image to video and generate 5 seconds video. Yeah. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so it's almost there. It's almost there. So with this, it means that if it works, it means you can have an image of a product. If you sell something, you can have an image of a product, bring it into Canva. Okay. Okay, work out. Work out. Okay. I think it works. This is beautiful. So you have a product, maybe you have a site that sells something. You can take a photo. Maybe you don't have that finances to get a videographer to come and do animations and stuff. You can bring it into Canva. Just let it convert your static image into a video and just post it wherever you want to post it. So I think Canva has done a nice job, right? Oh, I think Canva has done a nice job, right? So this is not a lecture hall. I don't want to be the only one talking. This is not a lecture, so I beg you. It's interaction, alright? So I'll repeat it again. I think Canva has done a nice job, right? Nice. Okay. Then we have Magic Expand. So Magic Expand, sometimes, when you take a photo and you stretch it, it begins to, it becomes blurry. Alright. Now, sometimes we just want to avoid making our photos blurry. Okay, so how do we do this? There's this feature in Canva called Magic Expand, which expands your image while preserving the pixels. Okay, so with Magic Expand, I have this example over here. All we need to do is to click, come to edit, and we have Magic Expand. So if you don't find it here, you can just click on See All, and there are so many tools over there for you to try out. Okay, so you just click on Magic Expand, or it asks you, how do you want to, the size you want. I'll just click on the whole image because I want it to fill the entire slide. So we come here and click on Expand. So we have this one, you have this one, you have this. If you don't like the result, you can always generate new results. Okay, but that's how it works. So it expands the image so you can preserve the pixels of your image, alright? So that the image isn't blurry. That's what it means. Now the last one is Canva AI 2.0. How many of you watched the keynote? I like how your hand went up. Well, how many of you watched the keynote? Nice one. So what it is that now if you are using the Canva AI, you don't need to have the perfect prompt. Okay, you don't need to have the perfect prompt. All you need to do is to have a conversation with the AI, and that's what we call a conversational design. So it's more like working with a teammate, telling it, okay, change this, I don't like this, why not do this? So you are having conversations with the Canva AI, and it does the work for you. So it starts with a conversation. Any idea you have, just come in, generate the first prompt of this. Maybe this is what I'm thinking, I want to do this for a business, or generate the first prompt for you. Then you keep on, okay, maybe change this data to this, search the internet, pull this and bring it here. It does the work for you. So you don't need, I always say this, that you don't need to be a pro before you can use Canva. The required skills is knowing how to use a mouse or a trackpad and a keyboard, and that's it. If you can use a mouse and you can use a keyboard, you should be able to use Canva, because most of the things are drag and drop, click, type, and you are done. Okay, so let's demo. I will create this. So instead of another slide, I'll just go back, here and add a document. Okay, but I want us to create something different. So now with this document, let's say I want to create a report for an annual meeting. All right, I don't have the full idea right now, but I just want us to demo something. So all we need to do is to come to Ask Canva, or you can click on the Canva AI at the top over here. Okay. So we click and it's open. Now I want to tell Canva that I want to create an annual report for maybe community labs. Alright, so you should just do the first draft. So that's what I have on my mind. So every step. So I have my about me. Once you Canva is going to be rolling out the Canva AI 2.2 for everyone. So once you get in, the first thing or one of the things you can do is to create your about me. So what the About Me does is that the AI goes through all the designs you created and tries to understand who you are. So that moving on, when it's doing anything for you, it knows who it's working with. Alright, so that's the About Me. So we can see it's reading my About Me just to understand who I am and what I do, so that whatever comes in, it falls in place. So we can see it started generating the things for me. Alright. Then we have what we did 2025. So it's going through all my stuff and creating this for me. 2026 outlook. Alright, so to reach more cities, that's something we are going to do, because we have, I mentioned Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya. They've been able to do all of this for us. And we can see that this is raw. There's no design. Well, I think presenting this isn't enough. So we can let Canva add some colors, like emojis, just tell it to add emojis and we'll do that for you. So I'll just say, foundational work for you. First draft, you go in and build upon it. Now, if you want AI to still assist you, then you just keep having conversations with it. If there are some files and documents, you just upload it, that maybe read here, pick this and add it here and all that. So AI becomes your team member. Right? Even if you are just an employee in the workplace, you still have a team member, which is the AI, helping you with all your work and everything. Now I'll tell you, I use AI for almost every single work I do. Majority of the planning for this event, we use AI. Because managing this entire community, plus Nigeria, plus Ghana, plus South Africa, plus Kenya, it's a lot. In the DMs, you guys can DM. So you can keep going on and on, letting it, bring in colors and all that. You can keep going on and on and on and on. But I think it's done some decent work for us, right? Yeah, with all the information, it's not just drafting something, it's picking what's already done and working with it. Okay, so there we have it. All right. Now, let's quickly go through all the updates because I know there's a lot that have impact for us. Let's go through. So it happened on the 16th of April. I was happy to be there. It was very good. Yeah, I know it's and we are going to look at all the launches. Okay, so from Canva AI to the Pro Designer, Print Shop, Canva Offline, and 45 more. But we'll do that very quickly. Now let's talk about Canva AI 2.0. There's a video, so I'll just allow you to play. You don't hear the audio, but it's just starting. Alright. So, this is just a summary, but we'll go through one after the other. It all starts with a conversation. Okay, you have an idea, just go into Canva, type out the idea, and let it start for you. When it starts out, usually the ideas, I think Mark Zuckerberg said, the ideas they don't come fully formed. You have an idea, start. The more you progress, you now have to add, remove, and it becomes a perfect idea. Okay, so that's how Canva, the conversational design works. You just go into Canva and just start with your idea, continue building, and Canva creates something for you. All right. The second one is connecting your content into Canva. Now you can connect your Google Drive, your Slack, your if you have Google Photos, where you usually work, your email, you can inject it into Canva. Now what this does is when you're working with the Canva AI, it pulls this information. So you can let Canva AI pull information from your email thread. Let's say you are planning a campaign and you have to design a document, a presentation. The Canva AI goes in, pull all the information, reads it to understand it, and creates a presentation for you, if that's what you want to create. Alright, that's something you can do. If it's your Slack messages, Slack channels, you can connect it to Canva, and it does all the work for you. So if you have to build any sort of material for your work or for yourself, it becomes easy. Okay. Oh, I've gone too fast. So the other one is the memory and context. I spoke about the about me, right? But about me, when you upgrade, once the new feature is rolled out for all of us here, you would see what we call about me. And I mentioned, Canva will go through all your designs to understand who you are, what kind of designer are you, how do you work, what do you usually create in Canva. And moving forward, any time you have conversation with Canva AI, It understands who you are, so your work is personalized, okay, for you. That's what the memory and context is about. Now you can also schedule tasks in Canva. So maybe, some of us, we work 24/7. So there are times where you can't keep on working. What you can easily do is to schedule the work in Canva. That I want to create this flyer, but don't create it now. Create it maybe at 10 a.m. Alright, tomorrow. You can schedule the work. By the time you wake up the following day, the work is done for you. That's something that is now in Canva AI 2.0. Alright. We also have research. You can run your research in Canva. This is beautiful because, in fact, let me ask, how many of you get distracted with work sometimes? Not every time. But if I say every time, no one will lift your hands. How many of you get distracted sometimes when you're working? Okay. When you get distracted, is it because, how many of you get distracted when you have to switch between tabs when you're working? That you can start from an idea to finish work just by having conversations with Canva. Alright? And there are times where, I'll use myself as an example, there are times where I have to, host an online training. And depending on the audience, you have to tweak some of the presentations just to fit the audience. So with this, I just come and say that, this is what I have. I want to tweak it to this audience. If it's for students, then tweak it for students. If it's for professionals, tweak it for professionals. If it's for creatives, tweak it for creatives. And it does the work for me. If there's anything I need to edit, I edit, and we are good to go. Okay, so that's how it works. And you can publish anywhere. With Canva now, you can connect your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your TikTok, your YouTube to it. Create the content and publish it straight from Canva to any social media platform. That's something you can do now in Canva, okay? Now, with this, every feature is aimed at helping the community, which is you and myself, okay? So with this, there are various sectors. So we have the creators and the business owners. So with this, all these features are helping you to build a launch-ready brand in one flow. Okay, and we have this interesting feature. You saw when I wanted to create a new page. A number of options came up for me to choose whether document, website is. So it means in one design file, you can have all your brand assets over there. So document is sitting there, video is sitting in your worksheet, your website, all in one file. So you don't have to be switching between tabs. Okay. And you can move from idea to live campaign. If you are planning a campaign, like this event was a campaign, making sure we get a lot of Ghanaians here about Canva. We are all here. It was all through the help of the Canva AI. Alright, so you can also integrate it into your work. It doesn't have to replace you, and it shouldn't replace you. It should be a companion helping you to work better. Okay. Yeah, and we also have this MLS. How many of you are into real estate? We have something called a listing, something like that. Myself, I tried reading, I wasn't getting it. So I think when they go to check the building, they list it for people to buy. So if you're into that, you can also, gather all your photos, turn them into social media posts, marketing kits, so you can blast them out on social media. Okay. Now for education, how many of us are teachers? Okay, yes, nice. And students? Okay, that's nice. So this is also for you. Now with Canva AI, you can adapt any resource you have to fit the audience. So if maybe you say, for the teachers to be specific, if you've seen a resource in Canva that's for university students, you can adapt the resource to fit your student. Maybe you teach class 5 students, you teach Form 1, DHS 1, you can adapt it so that it matches or it's able to connect and resonate with your students. And it also helps students connect the dots. Alright, with Canva AI, what you can do is you can use it for your presentation. And I believe as students, you agree with me? I haven't mentioned it. And that resource is called time. So older people, do you agree?
No.
Because time, I tell you, I didn't know this how it was as I was in SHS, I was telling my friends that, I can't wait to finish the school. I want to graduate. I want to work and make my own money. I want to have the time. I want to go on vacation. I want to buy a new book. Charlie, I didn't know this how it was. So. You see, as a student, you have the time. That's the perfect time, I believe. I believe that that's the perfect time. It all starts with what? A conversation. Good. You guys, the meeting with, you can turn it into that. So that's something you can also do with Canva now. Okay, and there are the steps. You have steps to try them out as well. All right, and you can keep your designs on brand. Once you set up your bracket in Canva, you can keep your designs on brand. All right, you can see which example we have. Let me just play so you just see how everything works. Okay. 2, 1, let's go.
Design this, write this, brand this, build this, all in one conversation with Canva AI 2.0.
Nice one. Now, instead of you just sitting and read it, we'll have some actions. All in one. Okay, please let's do it again. I want us to feel young, alright? Let's feel young. We are young, but let's feel young. Okay, let's do it again. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice. 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 You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Okay. So I'll also run through this quickly, all the 5 aspects. So the first one is a new home for learning, which is called the Learn Grid. Now, there are so many people who want to learn about Canva. The requests that keeps coming in, organizations wanting training and all that. So what we've done is we have all the training resources you can go to learn about Canva. We have it on your homepage, which is called the Learn Grid. So anything you want to learn about Canva, for your business, for yourself as a creative, for yourself as a student or a teacher, everything is there. So go in, find the resource you're looking for and just learn. All right. The second one is the print shop. So Canva has a new print shop where once you make your design, you can just click on the print shop and it gets delivered to you. So if it's a t-shirt, you can design it in Canva, click on the print shop and it's delivered to you. Tote bags, anything you want to design, you can do that. So the print shop, they have a number of items you can do for now, but they keep adding to it. So you can do that in Canva. Now, if you don't have Wi-Fi, sometimes it's an issue, especially when you have to, for example, present somewhere and the internet is messing up. Sometimes it's crazy. So we have this feature called Canva Offline, where you can set your work as offline and keep working. So that I don't get to a page and it will tell me offline. It can't load some of the images or the videos. So as I'm speaking, everything is offline, so I can share what we need to share. All right. So that's just a way that when you go anywhere and you just want to be secure and safe, having your work done, you want to keep editing, just set it as offline. All right, and you will be free. Now we have some additional stuff as well. The other one is bracket in Affinity, which is beautiful. So all the pro designers, some of you, Canva can be so basic for you, want something higher. Affinity is for you. So all the, very detailed what you want to do, you can do it in Affinity. And, oh yes, if you want to. Now one of the features Canva has introduced is bracket. So you can have a bracket connected into Affinity. And what this means is, for any update on the brand, once you do it, you publish, reflect in Canva. Okay, so if we have, let's say this is an organization, we will have pro designers. Okay, and we have maybe people who are not really pro designers, they are learning and all that. The pro designers love to use like Affinity. So they do the work in Affinity, they build a brand, they publish it into Canva so that all of us in the organization can have access to it. Okay, and that's how it works now. Now with Affinity, there are new things you can do. You can now connect Affinity to Claude to do all your work. So now Claude is, if you use Claude and you love it, I love Claude. Recently I've been building, should I even say? Recently, I'll just say this. What happened recently was my website had been down for a while, my personal website. And I was like, I want to build my website, rebuild it again, but this time I don't want to use WordPress and all of that. I want something that will give me full access to add anything I want to build. So I had Claude lend it to my hosting service, and my website now, I'm so proud of it because I made Claude build some tools in there so that people can keep coming back to my website. So this time I'm not using the WordPress and all that, it's just raw code in there. So try it out. These tools are here to help us. If you are not using it now, I don't know when you're going to use them. Try it. Okay, because if you don't use them, you are already behind. Right. So you can link Affinity into Claude, and it's just brutal. The things you can do, it's amazing. Okay? DaVinci, the video editors, those who love the DaVinci, can also now integrate your DaVinci into Affinity. So if you design something in Affinity, you can now import it into DaVinci and keep editing. That's something you can do now. You also have the Capture One. It's a photo editor. So you can also link this photo editor into Affinity so that you can transport your files from Capture One to Affinity and from Affinity to Capture One. Okay? We also have this beautiful tool. So Canva recently acquired a new company called Calvary. This is for the motion designers, those who love animations and all that. This tool is for you. You can build all the animations you want to do. Now, if you watch the Canva keynote that happened in LA, all the animations that were happening was built in Calvary. I was shocked that everything you saw on the screen was built here. And when I saw it, I was like, wow. So this is just to let us know that the tool is not, it doesn't matter with the tool you're using. Are you creative enough to create what you want to create? That's the question now. You get it? Yeah. So that's for Calvary. We have some community wish list. Once you have any feature on your mind you want to see in Canva, always suggest it. Because that's what we look out for, so that every time you have this event, you can announce some of these features. Okay? Now, some of them is the magic decorate. You can have, any design you have, you can let Canva add some decorations to it to make it beautiful. If you're the getty type, you like the clacket things, you can just come here and describe it and that's for you. You get it. You have a style match. So if you have multiple elements, all right. For example, this is a photo and this is an element. You want the photo to match the style of this element. You can copy the style so that everything looks the same in my mind. We also have components. This feature touched my heart. Look, it really touched my heart because if you have multiple designs and you want to make an edit on maybe some information, sometimes you have to go through every single design to change that. But now you can set whatever element it is, maybe the text or anything as a component. Make an edit on one, apply it to all. So you don't have to keep going through every page to make edits. So that's components. You should try it. We also have the personal brand kit. So as an individual, you can also have a personal brand kit. Because I believe everyone here needs to have a brand. Like, if it's just your name that is a brand, let it be. Choose your colors and brand yourself. Okay. We also have the AI presentation charts. So we can, for example, if I was working with data, I could let the Canva AI build some nice charts for me so that my data isn't looking boring. Because if you look at, working with data is another level on its own. And presenting it is also another level. If you are presenting your data, you need to make sure who you are presenting it to can easily grasp what you're trying to see. And that's where this comes in. Right? We have the Canva sheet updates. Right? So you can now tailor the views. You can customize your worksheet when you're working in Canva. All right? And we have the video effects. So you can bring an image and let Canva add some video effects on you. That's something you can also do. All right? And Magic Video 2.0, just the demo we did earlier. Bring any image. Now you can bring multiple images and it blends it into one big video. All right? Then the video building blocks. When it comes to video editing now, I can confidently say that you can use Canva to edit your videos now. Because Canva has improved the video editing. Okay, so those of us who love to create TikTok videos, YouTube videos, your reels, you can now come into Canva and edit everything. Alright, you can add animations, you can add nice text, anything you want to add to your video, music, you can do that in the Canva video editor. Alright, we have the image upscaler. You will all be using this as you progress. Okay, so now I'll just mention the image upscaler. If you have a blurry image, you can now make it sharp in Canva. Alright, image to video, just like the demo, the captions. When you have a video, you can now add captions to your video. Okay, that's something, and it's for free. You don't have to pay. So that's something you can do in Canva. Now, if you have a printer at home and you want to print out your stuff, you can now let Canva do that. So you connect Canva to your printer, anything at all. If it's documents and all, you can just print it out from your printer, right? Then you have Canva Group for the business owners who like to run ads. This is for you. And we have the email integrations. You can integrate your Canva email if you design anything. If you design your emails in Canva, you can integrate it with MailChimp. We have Flowdex, we have Klaviyo, and this one. Who knows this one? This one. It always tricks me. My tongue. It always tricks me. Oh, you don't know it? It's called, I think, Constant Contact. That's the name. Alright, that's the name of that tool. It's a very popular tool. You can now integrate your Canva email into my mic. You can now integrate your Canva email to your Outlook. Initially, you could do that with Gmail, but now you can also do that with Outlook. Alright, and element effects. Apply the same effect with every element of your design to make sure everything is looking beautiful. Initially, you couldn't even add shadows to your elements, and then you can do that as well. All right. This is quick. Any questions? Any questions at all?